Welcome students. In the last part of Unit 6 in computer network is hubs, switches, SDN and OpenFlow. We covered these topics in today's lecture. Myself Prashant Mathur from Arya College of Engineering and IT, Jaipur. These are the contents which we covered in today's lecture is network devices. Hubs, switches, routers are the commonly found network devices in today's LAN. SDN, software defined network. This works on four key principles. These are makes networking and IP routing flexible. Second one is decoupling control and data plane. Third one is offload brains to centralized controller and central view of resources. Fourth one is programmable network, centrally managed, agile for any need. And last one is open flow. First network device is hubs. A hub serves as a central point to which all of the hosts in a network connect to. A hub is an OSI layer 1 device and has no concept of Ethernet frames or addressing. It simply receives a signal from one port and sends it out to all other ports. Here is an example for port 4 port Ethernet hub. Today, hubs are considered obsolete and switches are commonly used instead. This is the diagram of a 4 port hub. Hubs are also known as multi-port repeaters because that is basically what they do, repeat the electrical signals that comes in one port out all other ports except the incoming port. Hubs, as mentioned above, hubs have no way of distinguishing out which port a signal should be sent to. Instead, an electrical signal is sent out each port. All nodes on the network will receive data and data will eventually reach the correct destination, but with a lot of unnecessary network traffic. In the example above, you can see that the hub has sent out the receiving signals out all other ports except the incoming ports. This is the example. Hubs are therefore considered obsolete and switches are commonly used instead in modern lanes. Hubs have numerous disadvantages over switches such as they are not aware of the traffic that passes through them. They create only one large collision domain. A hub typically operates in half duplex. There is also a security issue for hubs which the traffic is forwarded to all ports except the source port, which makes it possible to capture all traffic on a network with a network sniffer. Now switches. In this diagram a switch is showing. Like hubs, a switch is used to connect multiple hosts together, but it has many advantages over a hub. Switch is an OSI layer 2 device, which means that it can inspect receive traffic and make forwarding decision. Each port on a switch is a separate collision domain and can run in a full duplex mode. A switch manages the flow of data across a network by inspecting the incoming frame's destination's MAC address and forwarding the frame only to the host for which the data was intended. Each switch has a dynamic table called the MAC address table that maps MAC addresses to ports. With this information, a switch can identify which system is sitting on which port and where to send the received frame. To better understand how a switch works, consider the following example. In this example, incoming the frames from host A and forwarding the frames to the host C. As you can see from the example above, host A is trying to communicate with host C and sends a packet with the host C destination's MAC address. The packet arrives at the switch, which looks at the destination MAC address. The switch then searches that MAC address in its MAC address table. If the MAC address is found, the switch then forwards the packets only out the port connected to the frame's destination. Hosts connected to other ports will not receive the frame. The working of this example is shown in this slide. Now the router is another type of network device. A router is a device that routes packets from one network to another. A router is most commonly on OSI layer 3 device. Routers divide broadcast domain and have traffic filtering capability. The picture below shows a typical home router. If two hosts from different networks want to communicate, they will need a router in order to exchange data. Consider the following example. In this figure, we are showing a router and 3 hosts. Now the working of a router. We have a network of 3 hosts and a router. Note that each computer is on different network. Host A wants to communicate with host B and sends the packets from the host B's IP address, that is 10.0.0.20, to the router. The router receives the packets, compares the packets destination's IP address to the entries in its routing table and finds a match. If it then sends the packets out the interface associated with the network 10.0.0.0/24, only host B will receive and process the packets. In fact, host C will not even be aware that the communication took place. This is the example which we explain here. Host C is not aware where is the communication gone. Now the SDN, software defined network. SDN stands for software defined network. This is an emerging architecture of network that is fully programmable, dynamic, manageable, cost effective and adaptable, making it ideal for dynamic and random requirement for day-to-day steps. This works in 4 key principles of SDN network. The principles are: first one is makes networking and IP routing flexible. SDN ultimately enables packets or traffic to reach its destination. It does same with help of software and dynamic algorithm with full flexibility and agility. Instead of wasting many days in performing manual routing for enabling reachability, SDN does this in much better way that requires far less time. The another key principle is decoupling control and data plane. Here centralized controller decides traffic routing, data plane only used for forwarding payload or to destination. We call this as decoupling of control and data plane. Third one is offload plane to centralized controller and central view of resources. This facilitates centralized monitoring of entire network. The control plane is taking decisions considering end-to-end topology, while traffic from router A, it does consider what's happening in life of router D. In case there is some outage or link congestion or degradation happened with router D, all the routers are told to route traffic via router X. Fourth one is programmable network, centrally managed, agile for any need. Centralized control plane means network control to become directly programmable and the underlying infrastructure to be abstracted for applications and network services. SDN makes networks programmable so that operators can support multiple applications such as dynamic provisioning of bandwidth, auto scale out, scale in, building protection paths, etc. This is a figure which shows SDN powered network where controller to brain of network is separated from data or forwarding plane. SDN will change dramatically the way we design, manage and run our networks. In this figure, these are the features also showing of SDN. Makes network and IP routing flexible, decoupling control and data plane, offload brains to centralized controller, central view of resources, programmable network, centrally managed. These are the controller, data plane, internet. Now the OpenFlow. OpenFlow, it is a multi-vendor standard defined by the Open Networking Foundation. The implementing SDN in networking equipment. The OpenFlow protocol defines the interface between the OpenFlow controller and an OpenFlow switch. As shown in this figure, controller and OpenFlow switch, this is the OpenFlow protocol. So, the OpenFlow protocol defines the interface between the OpenFlow controller and an OpenFlow switch. The OpenFlow protocols allows the OpenFlow controller to instruct the OpenFlow switch on how to handle incoming data packets. The OpenFlow switch may be programmed to identify and categorize packets from an ingress port based on a various packet header fields, process the packets in various ways including modifying the header, drop or push the packet to a particular egress port or to the OpenFlow controller. This is the figure where the controller and OpenFlow switch and OpenFlow protocol are showing. Thanking you. For any queries regarding this topic, you can write me on my mail ID, which is Prashant Mathur @aryacollege.in. Thank you very much.